The Sports Talk Recruiting Report is sponsored by Seawell's Catering.
All right, juicy recruiting news coming up after we first tell you about a juicy menu over at Seawell's. Tomorrow's a Friday, but it's not a roast beef Friday. Don't interrupt.
Menu.
Huh?
You said you were going to tell them about the menu.
I said menu.
You said menu. Chris, can you confirm?
Hey, man.
I cannot confirm nor deny.
Okay.
Do not correct me with my slang. Okay? You can correct me if I mispronounce a coach's name or player's name. I know my menus.
All right.
We'll go back and listen to that. Anyway, tomorrow's not a roast beef Friday, but it is a roast beef tip Friday, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a beef tip and mushroom gravy Friday with fried flounder and chicken parmesan.
The gravy is, as Pat would say, the gravy. It's all about the gravy at Seawell's. So check that out tomorrow, 11 to 5. And you got something coming up. Maybe it's going to be a wedding or a birthday party or a awards banquet or a corporate outing. All of that and above. All available for you at Seawell's. You got something like that going on? You need the best in catering? Just give Seawell's a call at 803-771-7385. So Clemson got a commitment from Rowan Byrne, offensive tackle, 6'6", 295 out of New Rochelle, New York. Last weekend was his official visit to Clemson. It was also his first visit to Clemson and his only visit for the recruiting process. He said it came down to being a priority, that he was a priority, someone who they wanted to be a part of the program, a big piece of it. Really liked the culture, and fitting in at Clemson was something he felt like he could do. Feels like their offensive blocking scheme is something that he'll be able to pick up because they do a lot of that, what they're doing in his high school. So he feels very good about the pick and very good about Clemson. Heavily recruited player, and chose Clemson over several other big-time programs. But he's not going to take any more official visits. He has done Michigan State, Penn State, for example, Florida State, also heavily involved. Stanford, heavily involved as well. He is the second commitment to come out of last weekend's official visits. Gives the Tigers 13 commitments for the 25 class. Defensive end Jaquavius Dodd of Eastside camped at Clemson earlier this week. The Tigers haven't offered. He has an offer from USC, but he won't camp there this summer. He is taking an official visit to Virginia this weekend. He has UConn and Virginia Tech the next 2 weekends. Clemson target cornerback Donovan Starr of Brentwood, Tennessee, committed to Auburn today. He visited Clemson last weekend and Auburn earlier this week. USC offered 2026 corner Jordan Crutchfield, 6'3", 200, Fort Pierce, Florida. 2026 offensive tackle Zion Giles, 6'5", 292 of Carver's Bay, offered by USC and Clemson this week after being seen in camp. Clemson in basketball offered 6'5" Isaiah Dennis of Davidson, North Carolina. 6'1" Jazzy Davidson of Happy Valley, Oregon, narrowed her list to South Carolina, Southern Cal, Duke, UCLA, TCU, and Texas. Per Gamecock Central, 5 USC players have entered the baseball portal, John. Left-hander Javara Martin, left-hander Jackson Phipps, infielder Carson Horning, right-hander Austin Williamson, and infielder Tristan Salinas. And official visitors for this weekend at South Carolina who have made their plans public, or these visits have been reported. Cornerback Brandon Finney, defensive end Kabi Saki-Pra, defensive tackle Kevin Wynn, linebacker A.J. Holloway, offensive tackle Juan Gaston, safety Christopher Hatfield, safety Laganza Hayward, tight end Preston Douglas, wide receivers Lex Cyrus, the committed Brian Rowe. That's what we have for the Gamecocks. No official visits at Clemson this weekend. They are done with their official visits for the summer. There you go with recruiting tonight, right here on Sports Talk